right, we're going to break down Ramit Sethi's I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And let me tell you, it's a totally different way of looking at money. It's not about cutting back on everything, not at all. It's about designing the life you actually want to live.
So let me ask you this. Does the thought of tracking every single penny just fill you with dread? Logging every coffee, every little purchase into some spreadsheet for the rest of your life? Ugh, it's exhausting, right? And for most of us, it just never sticks. Well, here's the best news you're going to hear all day. You absolutely don't have to. This whole philosophy is built on the idea that managing your money shouldn't feel like a punishment. It's about building a system that finally works for you and not the other way around. And that brings us to the first big, and I mean big, idea. Forget about the lattes. Seriously. You always hear so-called experts shaming you for small daily purchases. But honestly, that's just noise. It's a distraction from the things that truly move the needle. See, instead of getting stuck trying to create the absolute perfect 100% optimized budget, which, let's be real, just leads to analysis paralysis, the goal is to just get it 85% right. Just set up a system that's good enough and get the ball rolling. Taking action is so much more important than being perfect. So if we're not worrying about the small stuff, where should we put our time and energy? Well, the answer is simple. Focus on the big wins. We're talking about the 5 to 10 actions that will have a massive, outsized impact on your financial life. And the difference is kind of shocking when you see it laid out like this. All that energy you spend saying no to a coffee gets you, what, a tiny 1% return on your effort? Now, compare that to the gigantic impact of negotiating your salary just one time, or setting up your investments to run automatically. It's a huge return for a one-time thing. These are the real game changers. One single successful salary negotiation can literally add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars over your career. Setting up automatic investments, that builds wealth for you while you're sleeping. This is where your focus needs to be. Okay, so how do you make sure these big wins happen all the time without even having to think about it? The secret sauce is automation. You design a system just once, and then it does all the heavy lifting for you month after month. And here's basically how that system looks. Your paycheck lands in your checking account. Then, before you even see it, money is automatically sent first to your investments, like a 401k or a Roth IRA. Then it flows to your savings goals, maybe a house down payment or a vacation. After that, your fixed bills get paid automatically. And whatever is left over, that's your guilt-free spending money. And this right here is why it's so incredibly powerful. You're not relying on willpower anymore. You're not waiting till the end of the month to see what's left to maybe save. No, you've already paid yourself first. The most important stuff happens in the background by default. And of all those automatic transfers, this is the one that really, truly matters most. Ramit is so clear about this. Getting your money into the market is the real engine of building wealth. And this automation system just ensures it happens consistently without you having to do a thing. Okay, so your system is running on autopilot. You're hitting your savings and investment goals. Now we get to the really fun part. The part most financial advice totally ignores. Actually spending your money. This isn't about feeling deprived. It's about being intentional. He calls this conscious spending, and it's such a simple but profound idea. You figure out the things you absolutely love. Maybe it's amazing dinners out, or traveling, or high-end coffee, and you spend extravagantly on them with zero guilt. And for everything else you don't really care about, you're ruthless. You cut those costs mercilessly and don't think twice. And this is really the core mental shift you have to make. The old deprivation mindset has you trapped asking, can I afford this? About everything, which just makes you feel guilty. But the rich life mindset lets you say a huge yes to the things that matter. And it changes the question to a much more creative and empowering, okay, so how can I afford this? Which brings us to the final and I think the most important idea in this whole philosophy. What's the point of all this? What's it all for? The goal isn't just to hit some random number on a spreadsheet. The whole point of building this system, it's not just about getting rich. It's about designing your rich life. And that's going to look different for everyone.
It's about freedom. It's about flexibility. It's about having the power to say yes to what you truly value.
And a rich life doesn't have to mean yachts and private jets, you know? It can be these small, amazing things. It's the freedom to order the guacamole without even looking at the price. It's taking a cab home just because you're tired. It's buying a nice gift for a friend without having to check your bank account first. It's convenience. It's generosity. It's whatever you decide it is for you.
So we'll end on this whole system, the automation, the big wins, the conscious spending, it's all just a tool. The real work and the real reward is answering this question for yourself. What does your rich life actually look like? Define it, and then go build the system that's going to get you there.